Why settle? We don't need to settle for anything less than being fully alive, truly alive. You're probably wondering what life is all about. Well, life to me is about searching for newer, richer, deeper experiences. Physical, mental, spiritual, as well as intellectual. Some fools said aging is inevitable, but that's not for me. I say, why not live each day as if your life has just begun? So tell me about the beginning of STEMREGEN.
For as long as we know stem cells, they are precursors to blood cells. They make your platelet, red blood cells, and lymphocytes. That's it, white blood cells.
Even I knew that.
And now, a scientist documented that stem cells could become a brain cell. But then we found another one that documented that stem cells could become a heart cell. Then somebody else did a liver cell. So what I did is, by reading these articles, I thought, well, if they can become heart, liver, and brain, why not lung, kidney, pancreas, and the rest? It just makes so much sense physiologically speaking. How can a stem cell become brain, heart, and liver and not the rest? What mechanism would allow it to do those three and not the rest? It makes no sense. So it had to be the repair system of the body. So we published that idea in the scientific literature, and in the back of my mind was, that plant that leads to so many benefits in people, maybe that's how it works. It releases stem cells. I can tell you, at the time when we talked to investors or scientists, or the investors like the story but talk to scientists, the answer was unanimously, these guys are nuts. This guy is crazy. This is not what's happening. So we went in the lab, we studied the plant, and we saw that that's what that plant was doing, triggering the release of stem cells from the bone marrow. And that triggered then the continuation of researching and other plants that could act by stimulating stem cells.
And what were some of those other plants?
Plants that can grow in remote areas of the world. Here in Belize, for example, or Tibetan Plateau, South America, Madagascar. What do they do locally? Is there a plant that for them, it's like the go-to plant for any problem? And if I get the sense here that it looks like it could be a stem cell effect, then we basically take an extract and we go and test it in the lab. And we've tested like this sea buckthorn berry from the Tibetan Plateau, Allomacroglada from Madagascar, Ficoidan from some seaweed from Tasmania, Notoginseng from China. These are the main ingredients that we have now in STEMREGEN. So these are all plant extract that work by triggering the release of stem cells from the bone marrow.
This stuff excites you, huh?
I mean, it does.
I can see it. I can see it. You're like, and it did this, and it did this. Why is it so important to you?
I mean, I find it fascinating, okay? Okay, the last time that we discovered a system in the body, it's 1906, the endocrine system. And in 2000, we discovered that we have a repair system. What is that in science? It's like, it's the greatest breakthrough of our times.
So explain, like, if we had a graph and I put the pill in my mouth, like, where is it going? How is it working?
Well, the pill goes first into your stomach, then it goes into your intestine, it opens, it releases these plant extract. These plant extract goes into the bloodstream, and as they travel to the bone marrow, or for others, it's other mechanism of action, but they basically, it reaches the bone marrow, and through various mechanism of action, triggers the detachment of stem cells from the bone marrow matrix, and they get into the blood flow. So now when we count the number of stem cells with a machine called a flow cytometer, so you sit down at rest, we take a blood sample, we count the number of stem cells. You take these 2 pills, and then we count the number of stem cells an hour after, 2 hours after, 3 hours after, and we see the increase in the number of stem cells in your bloodstream. It's that simple.
And so, and now that blood is gonna go to places
everywhere
that need the healing.
The blood will go everywhere, these stem cells will go everywhere, but it's your repair system. So just like your immune system. If you have an infection on your finger, you release immune cells. They don't go to your nose, they go to your finger.
Right.
So when you release stem cells, any area that has a problem signals. When stem cells goes into that tissue, it tells the stem cells you migrate here. So the stem cells leave the blood, get into the tissue. When that stem cells touches that tissue, it starts to multiply and it becomes cells of that tissue and it repairs.
Have you heard of any instances where it helps somebody with their hearing or their sight?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Let me put it this way. Stem cells can become just about anything.
Grow my hair?
Anything.
I can dunk again?
Of course. It's an idea whose time has come that changes our understanding of how the body works. Everybody needs to know about it because now everybody develops diseases and then after that you need to deal with the problem. At high cost, loss of quality of life, it's hard to repair, it's hard to heal. And now we discover, wait a minute, in order to not develop the problem, all you have to do is put more stem cells in your body. I mean, doesn't the world need to know about this?
I plan on joking, singing, and laughing and hitting 300-yard drives all the way until the end. Why not live each day as if your life has just begun? STEMREGEN, stem the tide of time.